School presentations. It's just something we just unfortunately have to go through. And it's gotta be up there as one of my least favorite things about school. Because when I got to high school and I had to start doing like pretty serious presentations, like only the serious ones, I was a nervous wreck. There was too much information to remember, and then the teachers would always be like, hey, the duck buddy, you can't read off the slides. Which honestly just handicapped me even more because I'm terrible on the spot. It's gotten better, but we'll start in the 9th grade. I was the most self-conscious person to walk the planet, which honestly doesn't surprise me. I'm just entering high school, and I was just built like a Minecraft skeleton, so of course, I just had no confidence whatsoever. I probably couldn't have done YouTube if I tried to, because that's how little confidence I had. This is probably the worst presentation I've ever given, where stage fright for me was just at its peak in Mr. Jones' history class. And all I had to do was just read off my note cards. But no, my body didn't let me do that. Already before I was presenting, I was over there in the back corner like the loser I am. I was shaking in my boots. My heart was racing, and the moment came. The teacher called on me, guys. I don't know why it was that deep back then. In retrospect, it really wasn't that intense.
Okay, great presentation on the Founding Fathers, Timmy. The other day, I was talking to my wife, and, you know, we were talking about how impactful the Founding Fathers were, and I was like, when we touch, it's electric. That's a good one. All right, we'll go with old reliable, the bucket of popsicle sticks. Let's go right in. The duck.
Fuck! I'm not ready for this. I know jack shit about the progressive era. What am I doing? I just copy and pasted everything from history.com. Shit.
All right, the duck, whenever you're ready. I have a feeling this one's gonna be good.
Progressive era. Progressive era was a time of great progression in United States history. I'm not going to do a skit of the whole presentation. That's how it went. That is how it went. And from that day forward, I knew there was something wrong and I had to fix it. I had no plans of being a YouTuber at this time, so I was like, wow, in the workplace, I cannot be fumbling like this. Like, there was one point where I was so nervous and dry mouthed where I said water like water. And then also throughout high school, I had timed presentations where if I didn't hit a certain criteria of time, we would just do boof. That's how it would go. You know, it should be quality over quantity, you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, this channel right here should not be saying quality over quantity. But yeah, I would put in a lot of time, but yet my presentation would be so bad because I would just talk so fast because I was nervous. It was really a mixed bag with my nerves. Like, one day I could be like stuttering like I'm goddamn Porky Pig up there, and then other times I actually had a decent presentation. It's like I'm flipping a coin whether my brain decides to freak out or not. Then for this other presentation, I sound like the when you have a dream kid. Yeah, when you have a dream, yeah, that kid. So you know yeah. Then I just started panicking. I just went blank. Thank God it wasn't one of those 300-person lecture halls. But don't you all just hate it when you lose your train of thought during a presentation, like, and it just goes silent? And then there's your dumbass trying to finish the sentence, remembering what you were even gonna say. So the Great Depression, you know, it had a lot of, yeah, it was bad. Okay, yeah, no, I just botched that shit. I'm failing. I'm failing this presentation. Oh my God, it's so bad. This is going to go down in the history books as the worst presentation in this school. Okay, yeah, everyone's gonna talk about this shit at lunch. God damn it. Please try not to do this. Everyone's gonna forget about your hiccup in like 5 minutes. And if they don't, then they're just petty. Half the time, no one's even listening either. At least for me, I'm in another fucking world. I don't know about you guys. You could probably tell I was like the most insecure motherfucker on the planet. I didn't talk to anybody. I was quiet. I was a mute. So presentations were my kryptonite. Yet I run a YouTube channel. YouTube has greatly impacted my speaking skills. But it's still nothing compared to presentations and public speaking. Because you want to know why? You're in your bedroom by yourself. So that doesn't really count at all. Then somehow a few weeks later, I would get the grade and it would be a B-. I'm like, okay, I will take that. Let's go. No metaphorical leather belt will be touching this asshole tonight. Let's go. Like, I'd be having a celebratory drink when that presentation grade came in and it was above a C. And in high school, as the years went on, it got better. And everything was starting to go well. Like, I was starting to become more confident. You know, I was lifting, all that stuff. And then, boom, the virus. It was basically a reset. And the rest of my presentations were online until I left high school. And to college, we were back where we were. I'm still pissed off about it to this day, but thank God I was in a group this time, or else it just would have been bad. And this time I had a piece of paper. All I had to do was say a couple things, but of course, Yeah, I couldn't even do that. It was like 3 or 4 things or whatever it is, but my dumb ass couldn't even do that. And there I was looking goofy as hell, like hands trembling, shaking. You think I added like the goddamn S-shake effect on myself, like when I went to present. For this particular presentation, I had to dress up. It's a crime how drippy I was. I was looking... I was so dripped out. But the drip didn't matter. No matter how drippy I was looking, my dumbass looked stupid because my eyes were just glued to this piece of paper the whole time. Like, my knees were weak and my arms were heavy, and of course, my voice was trembly as hell. And for this little bit for the presentation, I only had to speak for 30 seconds to a minute. I think that's how long I spoke. Like, I don't know how I wasn't able to do that without shaking in my boots. I still got through it. The nerves just kicked my ass. But when you finish a college presentation, there is no going to sit down like, oh, you did a great job, buddy, go sit down. No. There is still one more thing you gotta do.
The duck, just a second. Questions? Anybody? Nope, nobody? Well, I have a question. Actually, I have a question, the duck. So, we are currently in an economic recession, you know, something that you discussed thoroughly throughout your presentation. Like, what do you think the government should do to increase supply currently?
I don't know.
Give it a shot, buddy.
I really don't know. Then he would tell me, yeah, go back to your seat or whatever, but guess what? Points got taken off if you didn't answer the question. And yes, in some classes, I would get points taken off for not answering a question. Some teachers weren't like that. They weren't ops like that. They were like, oh yeah, it's fine if you don't know.
But, well, actually, the duck, you're supposed to be an expert on your topic.
Yeah, shut the hell up, Zachary, with your goofy buck teeth. In most of my classes, people don't really raise their hands anymore if the teacher asks, oh, any questions or whatever, which of course makes it easier for me. Then after a few months, of my trials and tribulations of shit show presentations, I won a presentation competition. And basically, I was moving on to the next round, which means... which I didn't give a... Like, I didn't want to present again. Like, come on. So there I was presenting in front of the head of the economics department. I don't know shit about economics. I couldn't tell you what elasticity is if I had to explain it thoroughly. And thank God it wasn't me. But they were grilling one kid in my group with questions. I felt so bad because he was the one that presented, like, these specific slides. But if it was me, I would have just folded, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I would have folded. Did we win the competition? What do you think? Group was goated, but guess what? We had to go up against Sweats. And I didn't give 2 shits about this competition. My Nguyen channel was blowing up at the time. So I'm like, bro, I gotta get home and make a video. Like, it's just too good of an opportunity to pass up on. But yeah, I was a ball of nerve for school presentations. I don't know if you were, maybe you were the confident Chad, but I was not. But just school presentations just get me. I'm good in everywhere else. If you enjoyed this video, I got you. I got another video right there that you can watch just for you. Click it right